glad to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
And a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is when you're watching this. This is Mark McDermott, your one-take beer reviewer and the guy behind the Chicago craft beer scene at beeronaut.com. And once again, I have been sent some beers by the brewer for my comment, which usually means I do a little video for them or just to talk about it. And this time it's another beer from the Spoetzel Brewing Company in Texas, usually known as a Shiner Brewing. And they send usually some interesting stuff around. And this time they kind of went all out with a huge presentation box, practically. And I've yeah, it's kind of, I don't want to tip this over too far. I took the lid off so you can see it is their s'mores beer, with which they sent along some barbecue skewers, s'more skewers, a little bag of marshmallows and graham crackers, and their Tejas chocolatier chocolate bars. It's not one of theirs. This is a separate company, which apparently does an interesting business in that it roasts its cocoa beans in a barbecue pit for a real Texas accent, I guess, there. And they also used it to make their s'more beer, which has been a seasonal that they've had a couple times around before. It is base ale brewed with marshmallow and cocoa beans from the Tejas chocolatier. And so, well, I wanted to do this outside while we're making s'mores, but every weekend since this has come, it's been snowy and cold and just generally miserable out. So at some point we're going to do make some s'mores, but rather my wife has kind of already spoken for this interesting chocolate bar, so we're going to have to split that and just use some regular store chocolate. So anyway, let's get into this one. It is, let me quickly look at this. Oh, I know I saw this before. But basically, yes, it's right here, 5% alcohol, light IBUs, and let's just see if we can get on this. Nice zoom in. Well, we'll have a nice close-up of the label later, and try to get a nice pour. So this does not seem to be billed as a porter or a stout, something you would usually put chocolate in. Though I have had chocolate blonde ales, and no matter what I do, I still get a big foamy head here to look at, but that helps bring out some of the smell while it settles here. Definitely a chocolate smell to this, and it looks not so much like, as I said, it's not a porter. I think it's just one of their base beers. Although they did say it is an ale, and they are known for doing their lagers most of the time. But since they put that idea in my head, I do catch a bit of marshmallow as well. Kind of like biting into a chocolate marshmallow Easter egg, if that's the intent. And let's bring this up a little bit more. So more of a Newcastle brown ale, brown if it's anything at all. So definitely not a porter or stout base to this. It is a regular ale, brownish ale perhaps, with definite chocolate notes to it, and but not really strong and not very sweet either. And so there's a little bit of hop at work, but it's I think a very low, maybe 20 IBU. And yeah, you do kind of get the marshmallow fluff taste to it as well. Now, oh, definitely chocolate and marshmallow there. Now, would I have this when I was making s'mores? I don't know. I tend to want to do contrasting beers with the foods that they're being served with. So this would be quite a dessert beer, perhaps for a day like today when it's cold, wet, and miserable outside and you don't feel like doing any s'mores over the fire. But it's not overly done. It's not too heavy. There's a light and not too sweet chocolate bar flavor, and then some marshmallow creaminess to it. So it is pretty much precisely as advertised. It is the Shiner S'more beer from the Spoetzel Brewing Company of Shiner, Texas. And it should be available wherever Shiner beers are sold now. So anyway, this is Mark McDermott, your one-take beer reviewer and the guy at beeronaut.com, hoping you pop another beer. Oh yes, this is an old t-shirt I had from when the Field Museum had an exhibit on chocolate, so I somehow thought that was appropriate for the time. So anyway, hope you have a happy beer in your hand too. This is Mark McDermott saying cheers.